Hello everybody, welcome to our lockdown task tutorial videos. Today we are going to be looking at analysis. Analysis is a lot of fun. I love doing analysis. It's basically another fetch quest, but there is a little bit of extra to it. You have to combine the colors you get and grab jars and things around the map. So this supply room does not actually have jars in it ever. If you're doing analysis or pizza or you're looking for any jars, this supply room here that you can actually open up sometimes, as you can see, does have extra jars and pieces in it. You do not need to use this room. It's there if somebody's hiding jars, you just need extras, or maybe you have pizza and analysis. They do spawn in extra jars if you have both tasks, but this is your main room of where you're going to find jars usually. There's one right there. It's typically got a whole bunch in it. Now, you want to take as many jars as you can get. I like to juggle these down the hallway sometimes if I have like maybe a weapon in my other pocket, or you just have extra jars, you know. Get those set up. Sometimes there are jars that spawn in here, and then also the pizza room has jars every now and then spawn here on the table, or the counters as well, but most of the time it's going to be the storage room, and then the green room is going to have a lot of jars. None in there. Before we go into that big room and get jars and get our colors and everything, we do want to look in here. Now, almost every time, in fact, maybe every time, red will be a color you need. So you want to use this computer to see exactly what you need plant-wise. And as we talked about in the pizza video, the first letter of each of the flowers corresponds to the color the flower is. You can use either the way the flower looks and use this diagram up here, or you can just use the first letter. So we need a red one, a green one, a red one, and a white one. There's a combination and then two solos. So we need red, red, green, white. And we will go in there. We have 3 jars already. I'm going to throw that in there. Get those set up. This room can also have jars, as you can see. And then also, this room typically has jars as well. I like to throw them over the top here, just because if I can't hold on to them, it just makes it easier to go grab. But also, a lot of times there's plants all throughout here. They're not going to be just right here in front of you. We have the white one right here. I'm going to just drop that over there. You can find jars here sometimes. Yellow. We don't need yellow though. Sometimes you can find jars on the back bench here. You can find them sometimes on these platforms. Anywhere that can spawn a jar though. We'll do 2 at a time just to make it easier to see. I'm going to leave these jars there. But when you're first doing analysis, it's nice to go just little by little while you get the hang of it. So I have a white and I have a red. That's half of what we need. See, the red and white, we'll do the solos first and then do the combination next. So, this is our processing station. We take the color, put it in here, and set it up. If we need to combine colors, we will do it on this station here. It puts out this extra little tube here. And if you needed to combine it, you could put it there. But we don't need to combine this one. It's just the one white. So we'll drop it right there. It'll analyze, and as you can see, it checks off. Task is completed. At least part of it is. So now we're going to go ahead and analyze this sample. Same deal. We need the solo red. Solo red can go in. And now we got 2 of them checked off. As you can tell, the jar gets gray and cloudy and dirty. If we didn't have extra jars, maybe they were using them for pizza, or somebody else had jars, or they were hidden, we could actually take these and wash them. Or if we get the wrong color, we can take them and wash them here. You can do 2 at a time. This one is broken. And now you can reuse these jars as much as you need to. So, we'll go back in. We need a green and a red. Something I enjoy doing all the time, and I say that sarcastically, is I'll try to grab the color and accidentally just hit something and lose stamina. So like, let's say I'm running around and then I go up, I missed, because you use the left click to grab, but you also use it to hit. So just make sure you're lining up the jar with the plant you need. All right, we got our colors. We are now going to finish off this analysis right here. We need a green and red combination this time. That gives us our little jar here. And we just stack it right next to the sample tester. As you can see, there's multiple spots as well. So you can kind of like use the context clues out here to see how you'll actually do these as well. You need 2 samples, so all of a sudden there's 2 spots right there. And it puts out one of these little mixtures here. Good way for the killers to sabotage this is to mix the wrong colors, or just take the colors, throw them over here, put the wrong colors in the jar. Like, let's say we didn't need yellow at all, right? We could fill a couple of these up with yellow and just leave them on the counter here. If somebody wanders in, they might think, oh, you know what, let me just, you know, finish analyzing these samples. You end up with dirty jars and then samples you don't need. It's a nice way to kind of like mess around, throw things off a little bit. But be careful, because if stuff isn't getting done, you can also tell, oh, maybe this guy's messing around a little bit. But that's our analysis quest, and like I say, you can actually use the tutorials in here as well to see kind of what's going on, but they don't really give you a whole lot of clear information. They just kind of point at stuff. But yeah, happy lockdowning, y'all, and have a good one. Thank you for watching.